Today you are going to learn Unit 2.5. Let's march. Okay, let's march. It's a speech by Kailas Satyarthi. Okay, the whole lesson is about the speech delivered by Kailas Satyarthi while he was receiving Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, first of all, we are going to do warming up. Students, be ready with your book and pencil. You can use pen. Warming up, first question. Observe the pictures and answer. You have to observe the picture and you have to answer. Means you will find out the difference between two pictures. That one boy is working at the construction site and another one is on the way to his school. Okay. So main difference between the two images. The first picture, in the first picture, the little boy is working at a construction site. He is a child laborer. Okay. In the second picture, the boy is going to school. What change is required here? The boy in the first picture should not work, but go to school. That change is required here. So the boy in the first picture should not work, but go to school. See, your contribution as a student to help and make a difference to needy children. What you are going to do? How you are going to help a needy child? So answer. You can donate books. You can donate your school bags. That is the answer. Again, I will repeat answer. I will donate my old books, school bag, etc. to needy children. Question 2. Put a tick or wrong mark, cross mark. A good speech deliver requires the following characteristics. Okay, what are the characteristics which are required to deliver a speech? First, well planned and thoughts well organized. You have to put the tick mark. We should prepare. We should plan everything before the speech. Second, delivered softly and in a low voice. Put their cross mark because you have to be your voice has to be very high, means not too high, and it is not delivered softly. You have to give some expression. You have to show some expression. So it will be not effective when you deliver a speech softly. Third, speaker need not greet the dignitaries and audience. Put their cross. You have to greet everyone first, then you have to start your speech. So put their cross. Fourth, language used should be suitable to the audience. In that box, put tick mark. Fifth, speech should be of a proper duration. Duration is very important. You have to finish your speech within the given time. So you have to put their tick mark. Six, speaker should be passive and have no facial expression. It's completely wrong. You have to put their cross mark. Speaker must give some facial expressions. He should be active while he is speaking in front of audience. So put cross in front of the box. Number 6. 7. Speech should be supported by good examples, episodes, or visual aids wherever it is possible. Okay, you have to do their tick mark. You can give good examples and you can show some visual aids which are related to your topic. So you can do that while you're delivering speech. You can do their tick mark. Question 8. A speaker should switch over from one language to another. No, cross. Put their cross mark. A speaker has to speak in the language, in the same language. If he is delivering a speech in English, he has to end the speech in English itself, and whole speech he has to deliver in English. If he is giving a speech in other language, he has to maintain that language. He cannot change the language in between the speech. Okay. I hope you have written the answers. Let's see next page, page number 77. Question number 3. Read the expressions and insert them in the proper columns. Put the proper expression numbers in the right column. Okay, there is a column. First column is greeting and salutation. Here, introduction. Third, body of the speech. Fourth, conclusion. Fifth, thanking the audience. Expressions are given here. There are 12 expressions given here. You have to match the expressions with the given heading. Okay, for greeting and salutation, you have to see number 3 and number 7. Honorable chief guest, eminent dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. And then 7th, good morning to one and all present today. Both the sentence you have numbers you have to write in the column greeting and salutation 3 and 7. Okay. Next, introduction 2 and 5. Let me begin today by sharing my own experience. 5th one, I'm Adarsh Birajda, designation standing before you. You have to start like this in introducing yourself. Then body of the speech 4, 6, 9, 11. See fourth one, I don't understand why we accept this issue so passively. Then sixth one, a renowned personality name says. Ninth, let me give you an example. Then at last, 11th, you must have noticed that. So these sentences you can insert in the body of the speech. Next, conclusion 1 and 12. Imagine after 10 years, what will happen? Number 12, before I conclude, I would like you to think over the fact that, okay, thanking the audience, number 8 and 10. 8, I express my deep gratitude to the organizers of this event or function. 10, thank you all for a patient listening and your interest in my talk. Okay, that will be the answer. Now question 4, with the help of your teacher and classmates, make a list of as many Indian Nobel laureates as you can. You can use internet or school library. So here I going to provide you answer. Name and Nobel Prize for. Here first, Rabindranath Tagore. He got Nobel Prize for literature in the year 1913. Second, C.V. Raman got Nobel Prize for physics in the year 1930. Mother Teresa, she got Nobel Prize for peace in the year 1979. Next, Amartya Sen for economic science in the year 1998. These are the answers for this question. 4. This is the image of Kailash Satyarthi, and here some information about Kailash Satyarthi. He was born on 11th January 1954. He is an Indian social reformer who campaigned against child labor in India. He is the founder of multiple social activist organizations. He has founded so many organizations, including Bachpan Bachao Andolan, Global March Against Child Labor, Global Campaign for Education, and Kailash Satyarthi Children's Foundation. Okay, these are the organizations he founded. Now, a little bit introduction about Nobel Peace Prize. Here you can see the Nobel Peace Prize in the image. And the Nobel Peace, the Nobel Prize is 5 separate prizes that, according to Sir Alfred Nobel's will of 1895, are awarded to those who during the preceding year have to those who give their contribution to the humankind. For those people, this award will be given. Prizes are awarded in the fields of physics, chemistry, physiology, or medicine, literature, and peace. For these topics, a person will get Nobel Prize. Here, let's march. Page number 78. Kailash Satyarthi is an Indian children's rights and education advocate and an activist against child labor. Activist means a person who campaigns to bring about political or social change. Okay, he made a social change by saving children who are doing child labor. He founded the Bachpan Bachao Andolan in the year 1980 and has acted to protect the rights of more than 83,000 children across 144 countries. Okay. He is honored with many awards, including Nobel Peace Prize of 2014. In the year 2014, he got Nobel Peace Prize. He had addressed the speech on the eve means here event of Nobel Prize distribution ceremony. Ceremony here public occasion. Part 1. His speech is separated as part 1, 2, and 3. Now we are going to see part 1. Okay. My dear children of the world, he addresses the children across the world. Your Majesties. Majesties means a term which is used to denote royalty. Your Royal Highness. Excellencies. Excellencies means your higher officials. Distinguished members of Norwegian Nobel Committee. Dear brother Tom Harkin. Tom Harkin, you can see the image of Tom Harkin. And here Tom Harkin is the person who nominated Satyarthi numerous times over the years. And this year Satyarthi was jointly afforded the $1.1 million prize with Malala Yousafzai, the 17-year-old Pakistani girl the Taliban shot in the head in the year 2012. See here you can see the image of Malala Yousafzai, and here is the image of Tom Harkin. So he thanks everyone. Dear brother Tom Harkin, brothers and sisters, and my dear daughter Malala. He addresses Malala as his daughter. Okay. Next paragraph. From this podium of peace and humanity, I am deeply honored to recite a mantra from the ancient texts of wisdom, Vedas. Okay, first of all, he wants to recite a prayer before he starts his speech. This mantra carries a prayer and aspiration. Aspiration means ardent wish or desire, and a resolve. Resolve means to solve that to solve a problem that has potential. Potential means your capacity to liberate. Liberate means to free, to make free humanity from all man-made crisis. On all man-made crisis means issues, problems. So he recites this mantra to save humankind save humanity from all man-made crisis. Next paragraph. Let's walk together in the pursuit of global progress. Not a single person should be left out or left behind in any corner of the world, from east to west, from south to north. Let us walk together. What he tells to his audience is, let us think together. Let us make an effort together. To pursue means here achieve global progress. Not a single person should be left. He doesn't want a single person to left behind in the corner of the world, from east to west, from south to north. He wants every child should be free from child labor. Next, let's speak together. Let's our minds come together. Let's speak together means let's talk about the issue together. Let our minds come together means let our mind think like let our minds come together means let's think about the issue and let's work on that issue to make peace around the world, to save the children around the world who are suffering. Learning from the experience of our ancestors, let us together create knowledge for all that benefits all. Let us create a knowledge that benefits all, that benefits everyone. I bow to my late parents, to my motherland, India, and to the Mother Earth. Next, with a warm heart, I recall how thousands of times I have been liberated. How thousands of times he has liberated. Liberated means here he made free children who suffered, children who did child labor. He made them free. He set them free. Each time I have freed a child from slavery, he thought that he has liberated. He has set free from an issue. He thought like that. In the first smile of freedom on their beautiful faces, I see the God smiling. Whenever he sets a child free from the child labor, and he gets a smile from that child, and he see the God through the smile of a child. Next, I give the biggest credit of this honor to my movements, Kalu Kumar, Dhumdas, and Adas Kishore from India, and Iqbal Masih from Pakistan, who made the supreme sacrifice for protecting the freedom and dignity of children. Okay, he wants to thank everyone who supported him during working for this children. Everyone, those who supported him during his campaign. Okay, he thanks everyone. Okay, let's see next page. I humbly accept this award on behalf of all such martyrs, my fellow activists across the world, and my countrymen. He is accepting this award on behalf of martyrs. Martyrs means those who a martyr is someone who chooses to sacrifice their life or face pain. During this activity, so many people were facing threats, were facing pain. They sacrifice their life. So he is accepting award on behalf of those martyrs. My fellow activists across the world and my countrymen. He dedicates this award. He accepts this award on behalf of his fellow activists. Fellow activists means those who work with him and across the world and my countrymen. Next, my journey from the great land of Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak, and Mahatma Gandhi, India to Norway is a connect between the two centers of global peace and brotherhood, ancient and modern. Okay, he has came from a great land. Great land means our India, where Lord Buddha and Guru Nanak and Mahatma Gandhi, and his journey, he tells about his journey from India to Norway. Okay. Next, friends, the Nobel Committee has generously invited me to present a lecture. The Nobel Committee asked him to present a lecture. Respectfully, I am unable to do that because I am representing here the sound of silence. He was asked to present a lecture, but he wants to represent the sound of silence. The sound of silence means here unheard plea of the deprived. Means unheard voice of the children, those who are suffering. The cry of innocence. And the face of invisibility. The face of invisibility means here unnoticed suffering of the poor and innocent. I represent millions of those children who are left behind, and that's why I have kept an empty chair here as a reminder. He has kept an empty chair as a reminder. He wants to represent that millions of children who are left behind, means who are about to save, who are still suffering. On behalf of them, he wants to talk and he wants to express his thoughts. I have come here only to share the voices and dreams of our children because they all are our children. Gesture to everyone in the audience. He makes a gesture in front of all because they are all our children. He wants to share the voices of those children, those who suffer, those who didn't get proper food, education, and works hard every day to earn money. I have looked into their frightened and exhausted eyes. Frightened means they were scared. Exhausted means very tired. I have held their injured bodies and felt their broken spirits. Spirits means here the soul. Next, 20 years ago in the foothills of the Himalayas, I met a small skinny child labor. He asked me, is the world so poor that it cannot give me a toy and a book instead of forcing me to take a gun or a tool? Okay, 20 years ago, Kailash Satyarthi, he met a child labor, skinny child labor. He asked me, is the world so poor? Means is the world is so poor that it cannot give me a toy to play and a book to educate myself. But the world is forcing me to take gun or a tool and fight at the early age. Okay, next. I met with the Sudanese child soldier. Sudanese means here a native or inhabitant of the Republic of Sudan. You can see the image in the corner, Sudan. So the boy is from Sudan. He was kidnapped by an extremist militia. Extremist means the quality or state of being extreme, and militia means a militia is a generally an army or some other fighting organization of non-professional soldiers. They are non-professional soldiers. They force the boy, citizens of a country or subjects of a state. Okay. As his first training lesson, he was forced to kill his friends and family. What was his first lesson? He has to kill his own family and his friends. He asked me, what is my fault? The boy asked Kailash Satyarthi that, what is my fault? I did nothing. I didn't do anything wrong, but I have to kill my family and I have to kill my friends. Okay. Friends, all the great religions teach us to care for our children. Jesus said, let the children come to me. Do not hinder them. Do not stop them. Okay. For the kingdom of God belongs to them. Kingdom of God belongs to children. The Holy Quran says, kill not your children because of poverty. Don't kill your child. Don't kill your own child because of poverty. So all the great religions teach us that we have to care our children. We should not stop them. And we should not kill them because of poverty. Friends, there is no greater violence than to deny the dreams of our children. Deny means refuse. Refusing the dreams of our children. Therefore, I refuse to accept that all the temples and mosques and churches and prayer houses have no place for the dreams of our children. So he refuses all the temples and mosques, because if there is no place to fulfill a dream of his children, then he refuses to accept that all the temples and mosques and church and prayer houses. I refuse to accept that the world is so poor. Kailash Satyarthi is not ready to accept the concept that world is so poor. When just 1 week of global military expenditure means you're spending. The money spent for military across the world, the 1 week expenses can bring all the children to classrooms. Okay, if we spend what he tells that if we spend 1 week expenses on the children, those who are suffering, we can make all the children from the world to go to classroom. Oh, sorry. I refuse to accept that all the laws and constitutions, police and judges are unable to protect our children. I refuse to accept that the shackles means your chains that bind of slavery can ever be stronger than the quest. Quest means here a long search for something. Children are in a long search of something, means a long search of freedom. Refuse to accept here. I refuse to accept here. My only aim in the life is that every child is free to be a child. Free to grow and develop. Free to eat, sleep and see daylight. Free to laugh and cry. free to play and learn, free to go to school, and above all, free to dream. Okay, here Kailash Satyarthi, what is his aim in life? That every child should be free. He should be free to grow and develop. He should be free to eat, sleep, and see daylight whenever he wants. He should be free to laugh and cry. He should be free to learn and play and learn. He should be free to go to school. And above all, he should be let the child to dream. Next, I have the privilege of working with many courageous people who have the same aim. We have never given up against any threat or attack, and we never will. Privilege means advantage of working. He has got advantage of working with many courageous. Courageous means brave people who have the same aim, like Kailash Satyarthi. We have never given up against any threat. Threat means threat or attack. Okay, here you can see Malala Yousafzai. She was attacked by by some group of people, but she never gave up. Okay, she fought against them to save children. We have made progress in the last couple of decades. Decades means a period of 10 years. Couple of decades means a period of 20 years. Okay, couple means here 2. And decades means here a period of 10 years. So 20 years he had made great achievement. We have reduced the number of out of school children by half. Out of school children, those who are not going to school, he has made the number half. We have reduced the number of child laborers by a third. Okay, he reduced the number of children who are going to work. He has reduced it by a third. We have reduced child mortality and malnutrition, and we have prevented millions of child deaths. Okay, mortality means the state of being subject to death. Okay, you can see the children, those who are dying of insufficient food and malnutrition. Malnutrition means lack of proper nutrition caused by not having enough to eat. He has prevented, Kailash Satyarthi and his the people who work along with him has prevented millions of child deaths, means they have saved children. But let us make no mistake, great challenges still remain. Okay, we should not make mistake, and there are great challenges still remain. We have to save children. There are so many children across the world, still they are working, still they are struggling to get food. Okay, so we have to work more. Next, friends, the biggest challenge or biggest crisis knocking on the doors of humankind is fear and intolerance. Next, we have utterly failed. Utterly means here absolutely failed our children in imparting. Imparting means to give. We have absolutely failed our children to give an education that gives a meaning and objective of life, an education that gives a sense of global citizenship among the youth. Okay. I'm afraid that the day is not very far away when the cumulative result of this failure, cumulative means your collective result of this failure. If we don't provide proper education to children, then we are going to face violence in the future. Okay, I'm afraid that the day is not very far away when the cumulative result, collective result of this failure will culminate. Culminate means here climax, end in an unprecedented violence. Unprecedented means never done or never seen before, never known before. If we don't educate children, we are going to face a violence which we have never experienced, never seen, never done. And that will be suicidal for mankind, suicidal for mankind. And that violence will be suicidal for mankind itself. Okay. Rights, security, hope can only be restored through education. These things can only be restored. Restored means bring back or re-establish through education. Young people like Malala, I have started calling her my daughter Malala, not just Malala. So my daughter Malala and other daughters, including Kainat, in fact, two Kainats and Sajia, and the daughters from Africa and from all over the world. They are rising up and choosing peace over violence. These girls are choosing peace over violence, tolerance over extremism. Extremism means criminal acts. And courage over fear. The solutions are emerging, but these solutions cannot be found in the deliberations in conferences. Deliberations means discussing. Discussing in detail in the conferences alone will not make any difference and cannot be found in prescriptions from a distance. Okay, we have to work for it to bring a change. They lie in small groups and local organizations and individuals who are confronting. Confronting means facing and attacking with the problem every day. Even if they remain unacknowledged, unrecognized, and unknown to the world, the solution are with them. They are having solution with them. How to fight back of all man-made crises. Okay, even if they are remain unacknowledged. Unacknowledged means even if they are not recognized, even if they are not known by others, what they are contributing to the mankind, still they continue their work. Okay, students, today we have seen let's march. Let's see the outline. Kailash Satyarthi, he is an Indian child rights and education advocate and an activist against child labor. Okay, he founded Bachpan Bachao Andolan in the year 1980, and he has received Nobel Peace Prize of 2014 along with Malala Yousafzai. Okay, and Tom Harkin is the person who nominated Kailash Satyarthi and Malala Yousafzai for the Nobel Peace Prize in the year 2014. And the speech of Kailash Satyarthi is separated as part 1, part 2, and part 3. So we have done with part 1 today. My dear children of the world, and first of all, he addresses everyone. My dear children of the world, your majesties and your royal highnesses, excellencies, distinguished members of Norwegian Nobel Committee, dear brother Tom Harkin, brothers and sisters, and my dear daughter Malala. He addresses Malala as his daughter. First of all, he recites a prayer from Veda to resolve, because it has a potential to resolve, to free humanity from all man-made crises. So he recites a prayer, and he asks a wish to liberate humanity from all man-made crises. He asked everyone, let's think together, let's act together to save children, those who are suffering. And he doesn't want any child to left behind in any corner of the world, from east to west and from south to north. Let us speak together about this issue, and let's our mind think about them. Learning from experiences of our ancestors, and let us together create a knowledge that benefits all. Okay, he wants to create a knowledge that benefits all. He wants to create awareness among people to save a child, to save children across the world, to stop child labor, and he wants every child should get education. Okay, with a warm heart, he remembers that how he has saved thousands of children and saved thousands of time. Whenever he liberated children, he is able to see the God through their smiling face. He wants to give this credit to his to those who work for him, to those who work to save, to protect the child, to free the child, and to protect the dignity of the child. Okay, he wants to credit this honor to them. Kalu Kumar Dhumdas and others Kishore from India. These people helped him in his campaign. And Iqbal Masih from Pakistan, he has made sacrifice. And he accepts this award on behalf of all such martyrs and his fellow activists across the world, and he accepts this award on behalf of us. Means countrymen, means he denotes here India. Okay, first, the Nobel Committee asked him to present a lecture, but he wants to speak on behalf of children, those are still suffering. Still millions of children are left behind. So he wants to be their voice in front of that audience. And he wants to be the voice of the face of invisibility, unnoticed suffering, the poor and innocent, and notice suffering of poor people. Sometimes we ignore the students. Sometimes we ignore the children, and we just move on. So he wants to create awareness among everyone that we have to save children from all the sufferings. And he's sharing his experience. And the boy is asking A skinny child laborer is asking, is the world is so poor that it cannot give me a toy and a book instead of forcing me to take a gun or a tool? He asked this question to Kailas Satyarthi, and he met a Sudanese child soldier. He was kidnapped by an extremist militia. Militia means here non-professional soldiers. And the first lesson of that boy was he has to kill his own family and friends. Okay, he is asking, what is my fault? So he shares his experience through his speech. Okay, and then he says, all the great religions teach us to care for our children. Jesus said, let the children come to me and do not hinder them, do not stop them, for the kingdom of God belongs to them. The Holy Quran says, kill not your children because of poverty.
Hello, madam. Wind up the lecture.
Okay, students, we will continue the next class.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Thank you all.